Hi everyone, Mrs. Leaf here. Today we're going to review our quarter notes, and we're also going to review quarter rest. In addition to that, we're going to learn about a couple new things, including bar lines, measures, and time signatures. So let's start by reviewing our quarter notes. So if I have 4 quarter notes, that's going to mean that I'm going to be making sound 4 separate times. So I can either do this by sizzling, clapping, or stomping my feet. I'll say 1, 2, ready, go, and let's see if we can sizzle these 4 quarter notes together. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. All right, I'm going to change something up. I'm going to add a quarter rest. Now, if you remember, during a rest, we keep everything silent. So during that silence, you can either tap your toe, go, or just be completely silent. Let's sizzle this rhythm. 1, 2, ready, go. Let's do it one more time together. 1, 2, ready, go. All right. The next thing that we'll talk about are bar lines and measures. Our bar lines, these green lines, are what divide up our measures. The measures are what are in between the 2 green bar lines. Bar lines aren't always green. Most of the time they'll actually be black, but for this example, to make it a little bit easier, I've made them green. So we have our bar line here, bar line here, bar line here, bar line here. Each one of these segments is called a measure. So here's a measure, here's a measure, here's a measure. So if I said that I only wanted you to sizzle the first measure, that would just be this first little segment here. If I said I wanted you to sizzle the first 2 measures, that would mean that was this segment and this segment. If I said that I wanted you to sizzle all 3 measures, we would sizzle this segment, and this segment. That would be everything. So that's bar lines and measures. So I've drawn a couple more measures of music. If we're looking at this, how many measures do you think we'll play? If you said 3, you're correct, because we have 1 measure here, here's 2 measures, and here's 3 measures. Let's take this 1 measure at a time, and we'll sizzle together each measure. Here we go. Here's measure 1. 1, 2, ready, sizzle. Now, if we look in measure 2, will you sizzle at all? If you said no, you're correct, because we have 4 quarter rest in measure 2. So during measure 2, you would probably just tap your toe 4 times, or you'd go. Remember, it's important to keep a steady pulse so you can keep track of where those beats should be. Let's try measure 2 together. 1, 2, ready, go. All right, now let's take a look at the last measure. This is measure 3. Let's see if we can sizzle measure 3 together. 1, 2, ready, go. All right, we're going to put all of these together. We're going to see if we can sizzle our way through all 3 of these measures, or all 3 of these bars. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. Okay, this time I want you to see if you're able to stomp it with your foot. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. So that was 3 bars of quarter notes and quarter rest. The final thing that we'll talk about is time signatures. So right here, I have an example of a time signature. What you probably noticed in your music is that most of our bars or measures only had 4 beats in them. That's because I was using the time signature 4/4. Time signatures tell you how many beats can be in a measure and what type of note gets the beat. So if we look at the top number of our time signature, which in this case is a 4, it means that there are 4 beats per measure. And if we look at the bottom number of our time signature, there is a 4, which means the quarter note, that guy, gets 1 beat. A lot of times in 5th grade band, we don't really pay attention to the bottom number. The top number is the main number that we pay attention to. And sometimes the top number will change. So if I change that top number a little bit and I changed it to, say, a 3 instead of a 4, how many beats do you think each measure would have? If you said 3, you are correct, because the top number always tells me how many beats can be in each measure. So if it was 3/4 time, there would be 3 beats per measure. If I change it back to 4, how many beats will be in my measure? If you said 4, you're correct. That top number tells us that there will be 4 beats per measure. Here's an example of everything that we've gone through so far today. It has our time signature, which our time signature is 4/4, and you'll notice that every single one of these measures, so here's a measure or a bar, 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 every single one of those measures/bars has 4 beats in it. So I want us to see if we can sizzle and pat the top line. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. Rest. Okay, how did that go for you? And during that rest, remember, you can either say rest or it can just be silent or you can tap your toe. Doesn't matter. Let's try it one more time. Top line only. 1, 2, here we go. Rest. Okay, let's take a look at the bottom line. We're still in 4/4 time, so we still have 4 beats per measure. Let's go ahead and sizzle it. 1, 2, ready, go. Rest, rest, rest. All right, we're gonna try sizzling the whole entire thing. It's okay if you don't get it correct the first time. We can always go backwards in the video. Here we go. 1, 2, beginning, go. Rest. Rest, rest, rest. All right, we'll try it one more time. This time, try to switch it up. If you want to stomp your foot or clap your hands, you can do that. Here we go. One last time together. 1, 2, here you go. Rest. Rest, rest, rest. I hope this helps you with your quarter notes, your quarter rest, your bar lines, and your measures. Happy practicing, and I look forward to seeing your Flipgrid video. Bye-bye.